Hi, my name is Masato Utsumi. My teacher is Maria. Yeah. And today is January 11th and starts the new year. And I think the new year is so big year. Okay. And my skit is legal.
Okay.
And title sexual harassment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Utsumi, what are the most common inquiries you get regarding labor-related regulations?
The biggest one is regarding lack of payment for overtime. Employee, Employees are frustrated because uh, they are they are working hours that working hours that that are not being paid for.
I can understand that. I felt like I was underpaid. But what is to say of the employer?
Well, the employer is questionable about actual hours devoted to work. They don't care about the number of hours employees are were employees were uh, physically in the office. They want to know the actual time that uh, was spent on work.
Ah, I can see how the employer would feel that because employees do doodle off from time to time.
And next big next the next big
Issue?
issue is termination. The Japanese labor standards law tends to protect the employee's rights. So it is structured in a way so that it is difficult to lay people off.
But with the current economic situation, that isn't fair for the employers. It must be hard for them to have to keep employees that are not very highly skilled because it just becomes a burden for them.
The last and biggest one is harassment, both sexual harassment and the power harassment. There are, there are both extremely tricky issue. Sexual harassment is backed by the Equal Employment Opportunity Act for man and woman. Man and woman. It is easier to come up with a case, but unfortunately, there are no laws back power harassment.
So it must be difficult to win a power harassment case. Switch.
Yeah. Mr. Smith, what are the most common inquiries get you get you get regarding labor-related regulations?
The biggest one is regarding lack of payment for overtime. Employees are frustrated because they are working hours that are not being paid for.
I can understand that. I felt like I was underpaid. But what is say of the employer?
Well, the employer is questionable about the actual hours devoted to work. They don't care about the number of hours the employees were physically in the office. They want to know the actual time that was spent on work.
Ah, I can see um, how the employer would like that the way.
Feel.
Would feel like would like feel that way.
Or would feel that
Would
way.
feel that way.
Okay.
And because employees do doodle from time to time.
And the next big issue is termination. The Japanese labor standards law tends to protect the employee's rights, so it is structured in a way so that it is difficult to lay people off.
But with the current economic situation, that isn't fair for the employers. It must be hard for them. It must be hard for them to have to keep employees uh, are that are not very highly skilled, that it it just become a burden for them.
The last and biggest one is harassment, both sexual harassment and power harassment. These are both extremely tricky issues. Sexual harassment is backed by the Equal Employment Opportunity Act for men and women, so it is easier to come up with a case, but unfortunately, there are no laws that back power harassment.
So it must be difficult to win a power harassment case.